Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into this real quick. As you can see, you probably watched the match if you're here. 3-1, we lost. Another loss. I can't even count how many, the last time we won, to be honest. But to be honest, I want to start and say it is one of the best games we've actually played in a while. I don't know if you watched the game. But one of the best games we've played in a long time. It was actually a bit more enjoyable to watch. You wouldn't think it by the result. Good goal by Ronaldo. I thought, I'll go into each player, but definitely a lot to get into here. But they showed more fight, or at least some of the players did. So we're going to get right into it. So 3-1 loss. David De Gea, I'm just going to give a 6-2. 6 is the average, by the way. I thought he had an average game. You know what? I'll give him a 7, actually. I think he did make, actually, 2 good saves that could have easily put us a bit further down. Obviously, he didn't save the penalty, but, it's quite hard to do that. You can't really fault a keeper on not saving a penalty. And the goals that went in, I mean, one of them was a deflection, one of them was a penalty, and the other, he was looking round, stepped to the wrong way, and sadly the ball came the other way. But I'll give him a 7. I'm going to refresh actually as I open this quite early in the game. As you can see, only 315 votes, and now there's 3.7. So we'll get a bit more of an inkling. So I'll give him a 7. Yeah, he's gone up a bit. Dalot, I'm going to give a 6. I thought he was okay, and bearing in mind this is coming from myself, who is a massive Wan-Bissaka fan. But I'm not going to be like, give him a 1 just, because I like Wan-Bissaka. He hit the crossbar, he nearly scored. Defensively, he definitely wasn't great, but I don't think he was bad. He didn't have a bad game, but he didn't have a good game. It was just an average game. Varane, I'll give a 5. I think the first goal was, him and Tellez's fault. He swung a leg at it, and maybe, Tellez might have thought that Varane was going to get it, so he wasn't ready. He didn't expect Varane to miss it, which is why then Tellez swung a leg and missed it, because it was quite late. But Varane definitely should have got that. But other than that, I think Varane actually had a very good game. So I'm not going to go any lower than 5, and I think you could argue for a 6, but I'll give a 5. Lindelof, 6. I don't think he had a bad game. I didn't really notice him too much, but as a defender, I guess it's not an awful thing. He didn't make a mistake really. He didn't do anything incredible, but he was there. I mean, as I said, I can't really remember much he did, to be honest. But in a way, that's a good thing. He definitely didn't do anything outstanding. So again, a pretty average game. And I'm giving a lot of averages, which you'd be surprised at a 3-1 scoreline. You know what I mean? Tellez a 3. This is where it's going to get brutal with Tellez. I love Tellez. I prefer Tellez to Shaw. But defensively, Tellez just doesn't have it. I don't know how. As a defender myself, I just don't know how you can just not be able to make a tackle, not be able to follow a man. I mean, sometimes it's just appalling. The first goal, I want to joint it with Varane. He definitely could have done better. But the rest of the game, he was just getting bullied. He was getting bullied. He was getting run over by Saka and whoever else. But he just wasn't having a good time. And, usually you'd rate him on his attacking output. But even then, I mean, he did a few good crosses, but he didn't change the game attacking, which is really the big reason you got him. So, I think we're definitely going to be looking for a new left back. Or if not next year, at least. If not this year, at least next year. Matic, I guess a 5. He didn't do anything bad. He didn't do anything great. I think I'm going to change Lindelof to a 5. Actually, you can't concede 3 goals and have an average score, I guess. Again, I didn't notice him. Same with McSauce. I didn't notice either of these two really on the field. There was maybe 1 or 2 times. I'm not saying they had a bad game because they didn't. Neither of them had a bad game. Neither of them had a great game. I wouldn't say they had a good game, but again, it's an average game. But I don't want to give them an average just because of the score. And I think they were a bit too average. They were near the bottom of the average, but they definitely did have a bad game. But for Manchester United, you'd expect more. You'd expect a 6 for each player nearly every game. Like, even if a loss, you'd expect average. Like, okay, they did all right. But Bruno 4. I'm going to put that down to a 3, actually. I think it's a bit harsh, 1.2. But he's had a stinker. He missed the penalty. I don't know why he took it. Should have been Ronaldo. Missed another one-on-one, which he should have he could have scored 2 today, let's be honest. But I don't know what's up with Bruno. I don't know if it's confidence, if he's waiting for the new season. I don't know. But he's definitely a good player, and he's got it in him. We've seen he's got it in him for last year. I think his confidence is smashed to the floor. He's probably a little bit fuming at how the team's doing at the moment, and he's lost his head. I think he's. You'll see him next year if we get off to a good start. You'll see Bruno back, and even if we don't get off to a good start, I think you'll still see a better Bruno under Ten Hag. But today he was appalling. Elanga, I'm going to give a 4. I feel sorry for the kid, for Elanga, because it wasn't really his fault. Rashford should have played this game. Rashford should have 100% have played this game, and I think Rashford would have done better than Elanga, but not down to any fault of Elanga. You've got to remember, Elanga's a young lad, and I think it was a rough game to put him in. The ref wasn't really on his side today. He was getting shoved all over the place, and definitely there was fouls there that weren't given that definitely should have been given for him. But again, I mean, every time he got on the ball, he didn't do anything bad. So I feel like I've been a little bit harsh. As you can see, other people clearly thought he was a little bit better, but I'm not blaming him, really. Obviously, he could have done better himself, 100%, but I think it was just a poor squad selection, that one. Sancho, I'm going to give a 7. I thought he was above average. I thought he was very, very good today. I thought Sancho had a real good game. His skilling today was lovely. He was doing very well. He nearly always had, anytime he was on the ball, he had 3 Arsenal players on him. Very good game for Sancho. Just a shame nothing came from it. But I thought he had a cracking game. He showed a lot of fight in there. Ronaldo, I'll give a 7. I thought he had a very good game as well. Ronaldo, to be honest. Obviously, he scored. He was offside for one, but he had some good link-up play, and I thought he was actually all right. Lingard, when he came on, 5. Just same with Rashford, really. There wasn't enough time, really, of the game. The game was already out of hands to do anything. So I can't, I feel again bad for Rashford. People are just hating on him for no reason with that, to be honest. They've given neither of these 2 lads, same with Mata, 5. Given neither of these 3 really any time to do much. So I think these are all pretty unfair scores, to be honest. It should really be 5s or 6s all round. None of them really had much time to do anything, and the game was pretty much over when they came on. Ralph, I'm going to give a 5, I guess. Again, you can't really blame him. My man of the match will be Sancho, and submit. Ronaldo gets it. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, he did score 73% of the votes. I wish it told you who else got it. Like, who's the second runners up. Because I think Sancho was one of the best on the field. But yeah, very interesting. On to the next game against Chelsea. Probably another loss, you'd imagine. But we'll see if we can do a miracle. But definitely a more enjoyable game to watch today. I think we deserved the win as well, is something else. I think we definitely deserved to win today. We were the better team today. We played the better football today. But, sometimes that doesn't work out for you. The ref was appalling. That's one thing to add. The ref was absolutely shambles. Didn't know what he was doing. He was in no man's land, the poor man. Definitely swayed more towards Arsenal, but, what are you going to do, eh? But yeah, we're obviously on to the next game, and we'll see.